Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Lou and I'm a part-time reseller of all kinds of vintage items. It's been about 3 weeks since my last video. Tough at work. I think I had COVID about 10 days ago. COVID or the flu. Wasn't very good. That coupled with, I suppose, some pretty miserable weather, sourcing opportunities a little low. But anyway, I desperately need to catch up because I'm starting to list all the things that I have bought and things are starting to sell, so I'm not going to get an opportunity to show them to you. So I had a good weekend this weekend just gone, but we're not going to touch on that. First thing we're going to touch on is all the stuff I've picked up over the past 3 weeks. And yes, just to sort of bring us up to date. And then in a couple of days, this weekend's haul will be out. So I'm going to stand up today because it's easier to get the big stuff, you know, the stuff that I'm not supposed to buy anymore, the big stuff, because it's getting pretty hectic in here. However, I can't turn the stuff down when I see it if I really, really like it. So if we crack on. So first big thing I've got stood right beside me. I'm going to have to be careful not to stick it through the ceiling here. It's a very, very tall, let me show you the base there, standard lamp with these porcelain inserts with the transfer printed flowers. And it's got three of those down with nice brass columns in between. That cost me £10. Like to think it's probably about £80 worth of lamp, this one. Next up, I have this. So this is, I did write it down because I had to check. Wayang Kulit. It's a shadow puppet which has been framed. Now these are traditionally made out of buffalo hide. This, however, seems to be more of a tourist one, as it's pretty brand spankers and really, really good condition. That cost me £5 from the tip shop. I don't know that one. Probably about £30 for it, as it's a modern reproduction. Still a nice thing though. So over here, obviously, mirrors. You know how I like mirrors. So this one's absolutely filthy, not being cleaned yet. So this is a Tiger brand from the 70s, which is a Dutch mirror. Just your standard, almost like the Habitat crayons. Just a round cream mirror. I think I only paid £1 for that. So, you know, 20-25 is what I like to get for the mirrors. We have your standard mid-century teak frame mirror. This one is one of the ones with the mirror set on top of the teak, so not as desirable as the ones set into the wood, but nevertheless still a nice thing. It's got 2 hangers on it, so it'll go either portrait or landscape. £5 paid, probably 50 for those all day. And I don't know if you remember on the last video, I told you I bought a brass Art Nouveau mirror, but I had already asked my friend to put some new glass in it, so she'd taken away the actual oval bit. Well, it's come back, it is listed now. I just wanted to show you because it's so big. So it's that classic Art Nouveau brass table mirror. Such a lovely, lovely thing. I've given it a clean. It's got brand new glass in it, and that is currently listed for £120 online. Okay, right, I'm just going to pick up stuff as we go. This needs a damn good clean. It's a really, really old one, this. A recipe book holder. As you can see, it's absolutely filthy. Weighs an absolute ton. I think it, yeah, tilts on that thing there. Yes, it just needs a bit of a clean. I think this was from the dump shop. I think I paid £10 for 5 items, and so this was one, so only about £2 into that. Okay, so let's go with the table. So I've had these before, no age to them. So John Lewis, your old boho style. What is it? It's string, isn't it? But these are about £70 from John Lewis, new. These big ones. And I only paid 50p for it. Goodness me. So I'll be happy for £20–25 on that one. Right, so we've got some textiles. These were from an old lady's estate in Canada, after speaking to the guy who I got them off. So, and they're all handmade. So these 2 quilts here, I do need to do a little bit of work. A couple of the sides are just sort of coming off. So it'll either be a case of a couple of stitches or just some Wonder Web just to neaten it up. They have been washed just with a plain black back, so they're like lap blankets or couch blankets, whichever way you want to look at it. So there was that one and one in pink. So here's the other one, really bright pink. Same kind of design, nice patchwork. Again, a couple of squares coming a bit loose, need a bit of Wonder Web on there. Bright pink backing. So yeah, they were nice things. I think I paid £12 for the 2. So I'd like to think they're £30 a piece once I have done a little bit of DIY on those. Then we've just got some cushion covers. These are only Dunelm, but they're nice ones. They're big ones. I think they're the 20 centimetres maybe. So just a pair of those. Only £1 paid for the pair. Probably about 15, bread and butter. Same again. Some vintage ones, some gold ones with a nice geometric design on. Velvet, cotton velvet. Again, £1 for the pair. This was a fun pickup. This was from Facebook actually. So a lady was advertising 33 tea towels for £7. And she had a big pile stacked up, and I could see they were my kind of colours, my kind of designs. So I went to get them. Now, they've come from Portugal. And I think the thing in Portugal is that they like to sort of crochet the edges on pretty much everything. So I've just got a couple here to show you. So, and they're all really in really good condition. If they've been used, they've only been used very, very lightly and very, very well looked after. These kind of things, again, with the crochet down the bottom. Just nice things. Last one, let's see, embroidered with the cockerel again, with the crochet edging. Just really nice things. So I've got 33 of these. So I shall put them in little lots of separate designs or colourways and sell them that way. But, you know, even at £5 a piece, yeah, 33, looking at £150. So they might take a little while to go. Probably more of a spring thing, people looking to spruce up their kitchens. But, yeah, for a £7 outlay, I don't mind hanging on to them for a while. Last textile here. These will take you back if you're of that age. My Little Pony curtains. Just a pair, quite long, I would say. But I only paid £1 for the pair of these. I mean, they're not going to be huge money, but £15–20 on those. I think so, all day. And I think that's been the thing when the weather's not been great and sourcing's been sporadic at best, is that, you know, I've probably had to pick up more bread and butter items as opposed to absolute bangers, you know, just to keep things moving, which is absolutely fine. So let's see, let's go to the table now. So This cute little thing. It's so cute. It's resin and it stands alone on a shelf like that with 3 little baby elephants gazing at their reflections. Very, very cute. Again, that was a tip shop thing, so it's probably only £1 or so. A couple of charity shop pickups. So this one's a cloverleaf, so that's a TG Green, your country kitchen utensils holder with the hen on. £1.50 paid. Then I've got 3 little pots. So I think this one's more of a sugar pot. Studio Pottery. There's no markings on it, but it's in perfect condition. I don't think it's ever been used. Again, I think all these pots were £1.50. So another £1.50 there. Another Studio Pottery. Honey pot. This one is marked. This is Bristow, which I think is Devon. Yeah, it's a nice thing. Nice honey pot. Again, that would have been £1.50. I think, have I got one more of those? Yes. Typical 60s Japanese kitschy jam pot. Just marked Japan on the bottom. Yeah, nice thing. Another £1.50. Right, so let's see. Again, bread and butter, all of those. Same with this. This is Chinese, just bamboo decoration, made in China, on the bottom. It's probably only going to be a £12 or £15 thing. But again, £1 paid. So we don't mind that. And so from, I think that was a card 2 weeks ago, that one. I also got that one, this geisha lady. She, I think, is chalkware. In perfect condition. I think these were made for the tourist industry, but they do have some, these dolls do have some historical significance, but it escapes me at the moment. But she's a nice decorative thing. I think she was £2. A tin. Wouldn't normally buy tins, they're not great sellers anymore, but I just thought this was really different. It's kind of got the Sputnik feet to it, 3 feet. It's got HK on the bottom, and I think that means Hong Kong. A little bit of corrosion inside, which is proving its age. But the fact that it's hand painted, nice design on there, it's a nice thing. Again, would have only been about £1. We've got no markings on these. Little salt and pepper. Very nice. Country kitchen, country house sort of design there. Very nice, in perfect condition. Just need to replace the stopper, but I've always got spares of those, so that's not a problem. Again, £1 for the pair. Happy Days. These are rather nice. I've got a pair of these. As you can see with that one, this one has lost its head at some point and been replaced. Like, that is an old injury. But I really couldn't say no to them. So there's not many markings on that. It's just a little smudge on the bottom almost. Not really a marking. Probably Chinese for the export market. Porcelain. So yeah, so a pair of those. That one has a little tiny hairline crack just inside the neck there. But I think for decorative items, I would certainly forgive those because they are very, very old. I paid £4 for the pair of those. I don't know, maybe £30 for those, maybe a little bit more. I can't find anything on Google Image that remotely looks like them, so I shall just have to throw a price out there and see how we go. Something quite little and cute. This is French, the little towel hook with a porcelain knob on the end. 50p paid, whatever. Not a huge amount of money in it, but just a nice thing. £12 I think I've got that listed for. That will do me all day. We have I think this one's Murano. with the gold inclusions there. See, hand blown. It is cased. Whole pound paid. Not a huge market in Murano anymore, but when it's only £1 and it's in perfect condition, you can't really say no. Someone will have that maybe closer to Christmas, looking at the colours. Right, I think we need to do some lamps. Yeah. How many lamps, Lou? Quite a lot. Quite a lot. Where should we go first? Right, so we've done the big standard lamp. So if I just go through the ones, I'll go the modern-ish one. Well, yeah. This is vintage now, this IKEA lamp. This one here. Again, £2 paid. £25 maybe for that. Like I say, people still love the IKEA. I will always pick it up if it's in good condition and the price is right. Right, so we've got quite a few onyx ones. I do like the onyx and people seem to buy it off me all the time. I like this one. So that big chunk on the base with the brass there, and a little bit there. But this is all, and this is like engine turned. The design on there. It's quite a nice thing. So that one, and I can't remember whether I bought that one alone. Two of these lamps, I got them both for £5. So let's say that was one of them, because they were both onyx, and this one as well. So different shape. So circular base, carved there. Yep, so only paid £5 for the pair of those. Absolute bargain. I mean, they're £30 all day long. I think one more onyx one. This is my personal favourite because of the clean lines and the colour, really, because it's quite a good intense green. This one. Okay, that one. Hell of a chunk there on the bottom, just a little bit of brass, and then a cylinder, a little bit more brass. That's super. I really like that one. It's a nice clean modernist lines to it. So all those obviously would have been sort of 60s leaning into 70s maybe. I've just got one marble one. Again, I wouldn't normally pick this one up, but I think it was during my panic stations of, oh my god, I can't find anything. Yeah, so just a nice cream one. It's in excellent condition. Again, 60s, 70s kind of era. Nice thing. We have, this one is Laura Ashley. Oh my god, it's got a hell of a cord on it as well. Try and get it off. Yeah, so this one is Laura Ashley. There is a little sticker there. Again, quite simple. Probably £25 for that one. £2, I think, on that one. Right, before I go over that side, because we've got a bit more onyx here, of course, a pair of candlesticks, which are rather nice. Nice bright green onyx there. Obviously all the brass. I just thought they were quite unusual, the shape of those, quite stumpy. I think I paid £3 for the pair of those. Right, just two more lamps, I think. Oh, dearie me. Right, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I'm assuming that is, I want to say, is that French? That plug? Maybe it is. I shall have to Google that. But it's a nice brass one. Really nice. That lovely design on it all the way down. Like that. And quite an expensive shade as well. So I shall sell it with the shade, which will obviously up the price. I'd like to think that's got to be at least 40 or 50 pounds, that one. That would have been, I think these two were 5 each. So the last one is, not sure about that shade, but so we've got black marble and brass. So again, square base. It's a nice one there, all the way up to the top there. Yep, so that one would have been £5 as well. They do make me laugh, these guys. I pick something up, I go, how much? They go, tenner. I go, bang, straight back down. And he went, £8? I went, no. He said, what do you want to pay? I said, I don't pay more than £5 for lamps. He went, go on then. So there you go. Always haggle, guys, yeah? Or know what your price is in your head. What you can flip it for. Yeah, and just, you know, my life wasn't going to end if I didn't pick up that lamp, okay? So only get it if it's the right price. Excuse me. Right, okay, so I think that is it for that one. I've really rattled through it because now I need to get most of this listed and put away, and I'm going to be back with you in probably 2 days because I've got a bunch of stuff downstairs that I've picked up over the weekend, some really nice stuff, and because I've not done this for 3 weeks, I want to get back onto it, get back into a routine, and yeah, I enjoy talking to you guys or talking to myself, whichever way you want to look at it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of days.